This is a tutorial on how to create a podcast in Canva. If you are dipping your toe into universal design for learning and trying to find multiple means of action expression for your students to be able to show you what they know and to represent their learning, podcasts are a great way for students to do so. So let's go ahead and get started. On the Canva homepage, I'm going to go ahead and type in podcast in the search bar and hit enter. It's going to show me all kinds of templates for the podcast cover that I can use. The students can create a blank one if there's one that they would like that they have in mind and they don't see a similar one in the template. So that is always an option. Otherwise, they can scroll through and see which template speaks to them, maybe by color or design. And all of these templates are easily customizable as well. So if they like the design, but not necessarily the color, that's an easy fix. Once you choose a design that you like, Canva will give you some more suggestions. It's worth taking a look and seeing if you find one of these suggestions that you perhaps like a little bit better than the first one you chose. Go ahead and go with this one, and I'm going to click Customize this template. From here, I can go ahead and change any of the wording, any of the elements that are on the page, any of the colors, and I can really make it my own. So I'm going to change this weekly podcast to maybe Genius Hour podcast. Notice that now there's 2 lines because there's more words and not enough space. So I'm just going to grab this and pull and make some more space. Once I did that, these little waves behind there are now covered. So I'm going to try to get to those. However, this wave in the corner is overlapping those waves that are behind a Genius Hour. So I'm going to move that just a little bit by clicking on it and pulling. And now I can get these waves and put them in a different position. Okay, and I'll grab these waves and bring them back down. If there are any colors that I want to change, I can go ahead and do so by clicking on the particular color box. So here we have 4 waves. If I click on this greenish color, it's going to only apply to that greenish wave. So if I wanted to change that to brown per se, you'll notice once I click brown, where it was green, it is now brown. So it's easy to customize. Click on the element that you want to change. If there's multiple colors, have the one that correlates with the color you want to change. So the green wave is the one I want to change so that it matches the change I just made with the other one. I'm going to click on that green box and now make it brown so that it's the same as the other one. I want a different microphone. I can go over to Elements and I can type in there podcast microphone and it'll give me different suggestions. Of course, some of them are going to be the pro features, and if you do not have the pro subscription to Canva, you'll need to avoid those. And so I'll take this one out that was pre-made, and I'll add this one. So now my new element has gone over this speech bubble, so I'm going to move that and move the wordings as well. I am going to take the picture of this girl off of my template since that's not me. And so now I have some room to move things around. I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if I can get my Bitmoji. Copy. Let me see if that'll work. Yay, there's my Bitmoji. And you'll notice some of these elements will overlap with each other. So it's just a matter of clicking and finding which ones you need to move and when. Now that I have my Bitmoji, I noticed that there's a lot of yellow happening. On this podcast, I'm going to change the yellow background and I'm going to look at what colors we have going on here. Maybe I'll do that light blue. So now I can kind of move that over since the yellows aren't clashing. All right. Now we have our cover art for our podcast. Let's go ahead and do the important thing. Let's record the podcast. Let's go ahead and click share. From here, you want to go to present and record. It's going to take you to the recording studio. Since it's a podcast, we don't need to have any type of video. We don't need to show our face. So I'm going to make sure that from the drop down, no camera is what is clicked. I can also see that it is picking up my voice because we do have movement right there. So I know that my voice, this microphone that is connected, is the one that is working. So I want to leave it on that default. So your students may need to click on other drop-down options if they don't see, let's get back, if they don't see this bar moving when they're speaking. Let's go ahead and start recording. It'll give me a countdown, and then we will do our podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Genius Hour podcast. On today's episode, we will be going over chapters 4, 5, and 6 from our current novel study. I ended the recording, and then it is going to upload. You get a link, or you can download. So for now, I'll just copy that link so your students can share this with you either through any type of LMS or email. I'm going to paste and go on a new tab. And you can see all my artwork that I customized was saved. And let's make sure the audio got picked up. So we have our artwork and we also have our content, and Canva easily gives you that link that you can share, or you can download it so that way your students are able to share it with you in a different format if that is what you are needing. So I hope that this tutorial helped you out with how to make a podcast in Canva, and it is another way for your students to be able to show what they know with multiple means of action and expression. I hope you enjoy your blended learning journey. See you next time.